Welcome back, everyone. I'm Caleb Dennison, and if you watch any of my TV review videos, then you've probably noticed the fixture that is consistently in all of them. I am, of course, referring to the BDI Corridor entertainment stand that we use for all of our TV reviews. And the fact that we use this is no accident. Look, you can buy that IKEA stand or something from a big box store, and they work okay. I mean, I have one, but you can do a lot better. The BDI Corridor actually exemplifies everything that you should be looking for when buying a media stand. So let's check it out so that you can make a more informed purchase decision. For me, the best media stands get the perfect blend of form and function. Nobody wants an ugly piece of furniture in their home, right? Especially not sitting under a fancy new TV. So I want to point out first that the BDI Corridor is, in my opinion, a really handsome looking stand. It's got that mid-century modern vibe going on, and the slats that we have here on the front are not just beautiful, but also functional, which I'll get into in a second. Let's talk about build quality. You want a really solid stand. TVs can get heavy, AV receivers are heavy. I've seen so many entertainment stands bowed in the middle because they're not built to sustain that kind of weight. So it's important to point out, I think, that the BDI Corridor is made of solid wood, powder-coated steel, and satin-etched glass. It's robust. The thing is heavy. It's definitely not something that you're going to be carrying around yourself, so you want some buddies around when you decide to move it. But once it is in place, it's extremely easy to access and move around. One of the reasons we chose the Corridor was actually for the top here. This is where that satin-etched glass comes in. It doesn't really look like glass. It's got a nice black matte finish. But the most important thing here is that it's durable. We go through a lot of TVs on and off the stand. It's very easy to mar the surface of a soft wood top. And this thing cleans up exceptionally well. Next, you want to think about the width of the stand that you're going to need. With today's modern TVs, the legs are often positioned at the far left and right of the TV. On a 65-inch TV, that could be 50 to 60 inches. And as you go up in size, 75, 80-inch TV, you're talking about a very wide stance. The Corridor has an 80-inch wide dimension, which allows us to fit pretty much any TV on here that we want and still have a little space off to the left and the right so that it kind of frames the television on top of it. I mentioned earlier that these slats here were functional as well as beautiful. There's actually two functions. One is that your infrared remote can pass the signal to your electronics on the other side. That may be true of other materials like smoked glass, but that's where the second function comes in. This is breathable. Air can pass right through, which is great for ventilation, and that's essential when you're running hot electronics inside. The other thing I like about these doors is that they have a soft close. So even if you just let them go or throw them closed, it slows itself down and doesn't just ram up against the cabinet. Not only is this a breathable structure, but it also is more or less acoustically transparent. We have no problem getting clear audio from our center channel, which we've decided to place right here. And since we've got the doors open, let's take a second to talk about shelving. You want adjustable shelving, and you want it to be easy to adjust with numerous positions. We get all of that with this particular stand. There are 3 adjustable shelves in total. They hold up to about 50 pounds, and then the bottom of the cabinet can hold about 100 pounds in components. Down below, you can't really see them, and that's kind of the point, there are actually wheels built into this powder-coated steel foot. And that makes it very easy to slide the entertainment cabinet out away from the wall. And I think we all know a lot of dust bunnies gather back there. So you do need to be able to get this out away from the wall for cleaning, wire management, or swapping out components. I would argue that the back of a media stand is even more important than the front because there's so much going on back here. And for our purposes, one of the most important considerations was access to the equipment. So we have a sliding door that can be easily removed. Try finding that in an IKEA piece of furniture. Most of them don't even have holes in the back. If we do remove this, what you'll notice is there's a lot of cables going on here, which leads me to the next most important thing you want to talk about when considering a media stand: cable management and cable concealment. BDI makes this possible in a couple different ways. One, we've got Velcro straps here, which help us manage the cables going from one side of the cabinet to the other. And then for access in and out of the cabinet itself, you actually go up through the bottom so that your speaker wires can come out of there, your power cords can come up through that area. It wasn't purposely built this way, but we found that this long power strip that we use fits perfectly in here without getting in the way of the channel upon which these doors slide. And the other thing I want to talk about while we're back here is securing your TV. This comes with a security strap system right here, anchored with really solid metal so that your TV's not going to ever tip. And if you don't go that route, you can actually purchase a TV stand that bolts onto the back so that you can mount your TV. It's a very low profile stand, very secure way of going, and it leaves the top of the media cabinet free for anything that you might want to put on it. A quick note when shopping online, you can't really gauge the build quality, which was our first consideration, when you can't touch it. So what can you do? Look at the weight. If it's under 50 pounds, it's not going to be robust enough to hold your stuff. To put things in perspective, this thing is 260 pounds unboxed, 230 pounds boxed, so shoot for something that's robust. After that, you just want to watch out for the ventilation, for the cable management and concealment, and all those other little elements that we talked about that come together to form the perfect media console. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're interested in learning more about the BDI Corridor, we've got a link right down in the description. Leave us a comment, let us know what your questions about media consoles are. Like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you know when we're coming out with another video. And here's a couple more that we think you might like to watch.